lads. 3 weeks since the season finished. Ultimately, it ended in slight disappointment, but are you enjoying your time off? Missing it?
Yeah, I think we are. You obviously miss it, don't you? But at the same time, you've got to enjoy the break, enjoy resting our old legs and such, and yeah, just have a little bit of time off, obviously with family and find out what a Saturday is again and a weekend. So a nice break, yeah, but it's not all been rest for us. We obviously have to keep going all year round this job. Can't really have a night's sleep off it.
Of course. And Luke, how long did it take really to get over the disappointment of that? Because there was a suggestion that maybe if promotion had come along, it might just have been a little bit too soon. Is that still the case?
I think so, yeah. We've shared that opinion, haven't we? Probably success can happen too soon, so this club's still building and realising what the potential is. So, yes, of course, when the opportunity's there, you want to grasp it, and we went for it in the semi-final. But I think in hindsight, long term, especially with the younger players who predominantly like to play here, it won't do us any harm having another season in this division. And obviously we know what we're to expect now, so not all down, but doom and gloom whatsoever from that game 3 weeks ago. So
no, plenty of work going on here at Yockins Park. As you look out there, the pitch is getting watered and the changing look like a bit of a miniature bomb site at the moment. But we've got plans even behind the scenes there to improve the match day atmosphere for the players.
Yeah, no, we started the other week, so the pitch has been ongoing for the last couple of weeks for the contractors that are employed to do that. So, and there's lots of things on the committee that are planned for the next few weeks, and it is all action go, because we want to keep improving things. Even players that were here last year, we want them to notice a change when they come back in June. So it's all systems go for sure on and off the field. So.
And we'll come on to football matters in a bit, but Cal, a couple of cracking events over the weekend. First of all, it was only right that we celebrated 70 years of Whitchurch Old Port, 1946 formation, 2016 the anniversary just passed, so 70 years of Old Port. We had a great bash in the Civic, well attended, and then on Sunday, plenty of beer drunk on Sunday, weren't there? Well, Friday and Sunday, but two really good events, I thought.
Yeah, no, great weekend, and I think that's what makes this football club special. Every player who signed on, bar the two who've gone travelling, were out with us. They were out celebrating and not necessarily going crazy, but just being amongst the club and being amongst the town, you know, with the committee, with the fans. And you know, I think it was the 1974 Welsh Cup winning side, wasn't it? They were there, and it was just great, obviously, for us to meet them and to hear their story of the club. And you know, we're saying to our lads, and our lads genuinely want it, is they want to be telling their stories, you know, in years to come, and they want to be part of Whitchurch, and we know Shropshire can only produce so many good footballers, you know, with 10,000 people capacity. Now, players have always moved in and travelled into here. You know, a lot of the players 20 years ago were crew based, and some of them are real legends around here, and that's how some of us want to be. We'd love to go away, you know, once this project's done, once we get the sack, and say, yeah, do you know what? We were heroes for a short time, but this weekend, you know, it creates memories, and it just tips it. You know, it was a tip of the iceberg really for the season we just had.
Yeah, definitely. And the races. I mean, coming back on the bus, sometimes you can spend a couple of hours with people and you get on your nerves by the end of it. 12 hours together. I think you talk about memories there, Carl. That's something that will stick with me for a very, very long time. That was a brilliant journey back from Toxteth on the bus.
Yeah, it was all right. I think Ryan Thomas.
Great camaraderie, wasn't it?
I think Ryan Thomas might say different, but I think everybody else on the bus, you know, me and Luke had a laugh about this. We'd all been drinking and Coke and water for the full day, and we'd kind of bigged ourselves up because we hadn't been out. We'd been Wetherspoons in the races, and nobody was sick of each other. We'd kind of been off in our little conversations and not got bored, and we'd bigged ourselves up for this big bus journey. Normally you have you build up for a big night out, and it wasn't. Our big night out was a bus journey with the 20 odd lads, fans and committee who we've had with all season, and it was a great way to finish it, and we were singing the songs that the fans have been singing to us. So yeah, brilliant weekend.
Great togetherness, no doubt about that. Now, by the time this goes out, obviously the announcement will have gone out. First signing, Ben Mills. It's going to make one or two people sit up and take notice, surely. It's a stellar signing.
It's a signing, experienced player that's had a good career already. He's still hungry to come and prove his worth at Whitchurch Old Port. So I don't think it's a case of we said from day one here we don't really want too many players that are just coming down from having a good career, we want to still sign players that want to go up the leagues, and Ben fits that. Even though he's had a decent career in non-league, he still wants to be. He's ambitious, and he's joining us to join this project and this journey. So yes, it's a key signing. It's a position that we want to try and get more support in, even though Simon and Mike have done fantastic this year, scoring 60 odd goals between them. We need more ammunition, because we did fall short from those teams that ended up getting promoted in terms of goals scored. So Ben fits that perfectly, because he's a goal scorer, and he also adds that leadership that we perhaps lacked in certain areas last season. So absolutely ideal, and a great first signing to have on board. So
absolutely, and Cal, you must be delighted, because I think it was Ben that made the initial contact with yourself. And I think it's a very fair statement to say that you could easily play a couple of levels higher.
No, that's right. I mean, it was nice to get a call from Millsy. He's a top lad. He's somebody who plays in our charity games and stuff like that. We've always kept in touch from when we played each other at college. So, a lot of our lads will look up to him. A lot of our experienced lads will look up to him. I can only admire what he's gone on and done from a non-league point of view. And certainly, he wanted to get involved, obviously, on the managing and coaching, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to have great influence on, and hopefully teach us things, and hopefully learn why he's here, and chip in with stuff, because there's times when obviously we want to get on the pitch, we want to get on the training ground, and Ben's going to have ideas where he's got from all over the show to come and have a real good influence. And like you say, you can play a couple of leagues higher, at least. And for us to get a coup like Ben, and on with our feet on the ground as well with it, and Ben's feet are firmly on the ground with it, and he's going to be part of this project, and we're really pleased that he's chose our club.
And one down, how many more to go? Because obviously most of your players, if not all of them actually, have been retained. But you must have other targets in mind as well. Probably not going to proffer any names at me, but any particular positions you're going after?
It's a funny one. We're happy with our side. We're happy with the lads. We've got Millsy in, early doors. That was done towards the end of last year. And there are a couple of lads obviously we're speaking to, because we want to strengthen. You don't sit still because other people will move on. But I think time will tell, without giving too much away. Our boys are brilliant. The lads bought into the project with us at some point last year, and we'll trust them, and we'll stick with them, and we'll improve them as players, and then improve as a group. So it's important. We'll add 2 or 3, but I shouldn't think it'll be many more than that. But they're specific targets. The door's not wedged open, and we're letting people come in. We're going after who we want. If we don't get them, we'll reassess them.
And May turns into June tomorrow, which means that the first of the pre-season friendlies comes towards the back end of the month. But we've seen the itinerary, pre-season training. That starts, I think, just after the AGM. Is that something that's probably not going to be held at Yockins because of the pitch work that's going on at the moment?
yeah, we obviously, with the pitch not being eligible to really get on until probably that first friendly here, which is the 8th of July, it's we're going to have to do something a little bit different this year, because last year we were able to get on the pitch straight away and play all the friendlies at home, and it wasn't a bad thing, that, because we wanted people to get used to this environment, but the pitch is important, and the club has invested heavily in trying to improve this football pitch, so we have to show that respect, because it's only hopefully going to help us come July the 29th when the season begins. So there's still opportunity around here to train, and we still want lads to be up at the clubhouse and in the changing rooms, but we'll plan something, as you've said, a good itinerary that Carl's put together, that we'll go off and about, and we'll have a good pre-season doing different things that probably other clubs don't do, because we're Whitchurch Oldport and we like to be different, so we'll make sure pre-season is exactly the same. So
absolutely. Now, Carl, as a measure of Whitchurch Oldport's progress these last 12 months, I think that's pretty significant and borne out by the quality of the opposition lined up for pre-season. Where's the appetite for the supporters? That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what ideally we want to give the supporters a good itinerary themselves and a good schedule. Some clubs can't do that. They don't have the networks. They don't have the power to do that. We feel that by us being invited, we've been invited to play a couple of decent games away from home. So top clubs have invited us down. Now, they know we'll bring supporters, but at the same time, they know we're going to be a decent outfit, and I think we've earned that respect from them. But we want our fans to enjoy the ride, and there's going to be games there that are real tough. There's going to be games there that we have, slip ups and really test us as a group, and that's what we want. We don't want to take our first whacking some part of the season and don't know what to do about it. You know, like we did with Widnes. We want to, you know, I'm not saying we want to go and get smashed by Altrincham or Nantwich Town or Airbus, but you know, there's nothing wrong with having to ride the storm as such. You know, and there might be one where we get a shot result and it'll do us a world of good. But difficult games, which will hopefully give us some decent answers.
Excellent. Now, last season, between the three of us, we spoke many times about managing expectations. During the course of the Millsy interview, I actually said to him whether promotion has to be the target this season. Is that pretty much universal throughout the pair of you? Does that put pressure on you? Is it to be expected after what's just happened?
I think since we came into this football club, we said it was all about progress. So we finished 5th last year with 85 points, and nine defeats was it in the league in the end, 7 of them here. So for us, we need to progress from that. So whether that's finishing 4th and finishing the playoffs again, then we'll see that as progress. Of course we will. And going into the FA Cup this season for the first time, hopefully, another thing ticked off on the history of this football club. But there's no hiding around it. This team and with a couple of additions should be competing in the top 6. I ain't saying that it should be go and win the league, and that has to be the thing. But every team that sets up pre-season thinks they've had a good pre-season. I think they can go and get promotion, and we're no different here. And we want to try and beat last year, so that means we want to be in the top 4. So there's pressure with that, and I know it's a big word here about blinded expectation because of how quickly it's happened. But if you want to be successful in football, you have to deal with that pressure. So it's mine and Carl's job and the staff and the players to deal with that, and this is what we're in football for. So no problem with that whatsoever. So
I think one of the primary aims last season, Cal, one of the friends were arranged here at Yockins Park because we wanted to make it into Fortress. 2 league defeats out of 21 away from home, but 7 at home. Is that something you really do need to turn around? Was that one of the biggest disappointments from last season, would you say?
We're trying to improve the facility all the time. Everyone's working hard. We've got little ideas going on with the dressing room and that, and how we can affect the preparation to a game. But it's in football. There's fine margins in football, and if you reflect on all them 7 games, there were different situations, different scenarios, and it's hard to. Sometimes statistics are brilliant. Sometimes they don't mean a thing in the world, and some of them 7 defeats are some of our best performances, and it is fine margins, and you know, them fine margins we're going to try and make a little bit better, but like I say, you don't want to spend too much time dwelling on that. We'll do what we can, and one day we'll certainly get to Fortress because the margins will be so wide with what we create here. That's the aim.
Well, we all absolutely loved last season. I know it ended in disappointment ultimately, but can't wait for the new season to start. All the fans have been saying the same, and all the best for this season. Gents, we'll catch up in pre-season.
Cheers, Martin.
Cheers.